Okay, this is IM2. This is lesson 7-1. We're finishing up right triangles. So we just proved that if we find that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, then we can say for sure it's a right triangle. We can extend this theorem and say what kind of triangle it is if it's not equal. So in this case, we said that if c squared is bigger than the two legs, it's going to be an obtuse triangle. If you remember, that means that this angle is going to be greater than 90 degrees. And if c squared is less than the two legs squared, then it's acute or less than. And that's this angle. Again, it's the angle that's opposite it. Up here, as we did one of the problems a minute ago, we found that this triangle, the c squared was bigger than the two legs. That means that this angle is actually going to be more than 90 degrees, right? This was a right triangle, so it's not really important. We can actually draw that in a few. All right, so I'm going to turn the page. Is a triangle with the sides 7, 8, and 9 acute, obtuse, or right? This is always, the biggest one is always the hypotenuse. So let's put them in. 9 squared is equal to 7 squared plus 8 squared. 9 squared is 81, which equals 49 plus 64. I don't know what 64 plus 49 is, but I can almost guarantee it's more than 81. 113. 81 equals 113, is equal to 113. So that means that the hypotenuse is less than these ones. So this has got to be an acute triangle, right? If the hypotenuse is less than the legs, it's acute. If it's more than the legs, then it's obtuse. So this is equal. Sorry about that. This is the hypotenuse is greater, and this is the hypotenuse is less than the two legs. All right, so in practice 9 and 10, we're going to we need to classify each triangle. So again, the largest one is going to be our hypotenuse. So 0.6 squared is equal to 0.3 squared plus 0.4 squared. Let's plug those numbers in on our calculator. 0.6 squared is, we can probably do all this in our head, but 0.36, which is equal to, or not maybe equal, we'll find out, 0.3. In fact, we can put a question mark over the equal sign so we know that it's not truly equal at this point. Squared is 0.09. And this is going to be 0.16. Right? So 0.36 is greater than 0.25. So since it's greater than, we know that if the hypotenuse is greater than, then it's got to be obtuse. Right? Last one down here. We've got some radicals in here, but that's fine because we're going to be squaring it. So if you're not sure which is the greatest number, let's check. So we have the square root of 11, which is 3.3, the square root of 7, which is 2.6. So that makes this one right here the biggest, and that's the hypotenuse. So 4 squared is equal to the square root of 11 squared plus the square root of 7 squared. Hopefully you remember about radicals. So this is 16. And it's equal or potentially equal. We don't know how it's going to go. If you square a square root, it gets rid of it. So we have 11 plus 7. 11 plus 7 is 18. So 16 is less than 18. So that makes this an acute triangle. Okay?